Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in to another edition of Smart Chat. And I want to preview my thoughts, my opinions. I'll keep it brief about the Hawks and the Kings out in the West. Yes, Chicago, believe it or not, for you non-hockey fans, is actually in the West, one of the quirky things. If you're not a big-time hockey fan, what I like to do, what I like to say is, now would be the best time to kind of jump in, see how hockey is. Some argue that they could only get in as far as the NHL during the playoffs, but it's really a great game. If you haven't ever watched a hockey game, now would be the best time, and I promise you that you will be hooked in. Believe me, this is coming from your old buddy Smart Chat. And as far as this matchup goes, I think that hockey fans, they crave something that's going to be an exciting physical game series, and I think that you won't be disappointed in this series at all. An exciting series. LA is out to prove that the loss in 2013 was a fluke, one that will not be repeated. Expect, in my opinion, to see a lot of players getting acquainted with the penalty box in this series. If you remember, if you have been following, LA is a team that's kind of reminds me of, they like to punish their opponents. The style of play is slow, very physical team. Expect to see a lot of penalties here, as as obviously Chicago tries to outskate LA's big, brute, powerhouses. You have two great goalies in Jonathan Quick and Corey Crawford for the Blackhawks. They will obviously have, I think, the best seats for this show. Both goalies are consistent, top quality goaltenders in the playoffs, and both will face off against high-powered offenses, though they're two different styles. But who will come out on top? I think Chicago is on the right track, but needs to keep it simple and maintain the momentum that they created in rounds 1 and rounds 2, if they want to claim the Western Conference title for a second straight year in a row, and go on possibly to be the first team in 16 years, ladies and gentlemen, to repeat as a Stanley Cup championship. Keep it simple, stupid. Now, repeat. You Islander fans, remember that repeat that you had in the glory years of the 80s? What a distant time that was. That's for another video, but I think, going into the Barclays Center for the Islanders might be something good, something that is needed. Looking at it, the Blackhawks are the better rested team going into the final, having been off since Tuesday. The first game is Sunday. Unfortunately, the Kings, they flew straight to Chicago after the win over Anaheim Friday night. The Kings must press on to ignore the fatigue and contain the Blackhawks' offensive pressure if they truly believe that the result they walked away with in 2013 was a mistake. Players to look for: Main player, I think, for the LA Kings. Couple of players, but the main player is Marian Gaborik, top goal scorer of the 2014 playoffs. Look out for Dustin Brown as well. Blackhawks, look out for Patrick Kane. Look out for that defensive Seabrook. Chicago is considered to have one of the best defensive pairs. Sharp. Look out for Sharp as well. Ultimately, I think it will be the Blackhawks going on to face the New York Rangers. Blackhawks in 7. Let me know what your keys are to this series, your thoughts. Thank you for watching. All my information is found below. Check out my other channel. It's pretty funny. It's a different type of channel than this. It's more of a prank, Omegle, skits type of channel. So, until next time, adios, over and out.